Triathlon has been one of the fastest growing sports of recent years, and next year the world's best triathletes will be appearing on the highest stage as the sport makes its Olympic debut in Sydney. The world will doubtless gasp in awe at the remarkable performances of some of the fittest and leanest athletes on the planet. 59-year-old Englishwoman Daphne Belt will not be competing in Sydney, but her triathlon achievements are as remarkable and inspirational as anyone's. Daphne works with her husband Steve in the antiques export business in West Sussex. 9 years ago, to celebrate her 50th birthday, the family went on holiday to Austria and Germany. On her return, Daphne was really looking forward to getting her photographs back, but when they arrived, she was in for a shock.
When we came back, I sat and looked at these photographs for a while, and I almost suddenly didn't quite recognise myself because I'd changed so much and not noticed it. But reaching that 50th landmark made me think that, you know, now was the time I had to do something about it, or I was going downhill. I'd certainly gone downhill from where I was, and so I thought it was time to turn it around.
After months of moping about, Daphne finally plucked up enough courage to go to a gym. She began to enjoy exercising. She changed her diet, and she learned to do the front crawl, so diversifying her aerobic regime. After a year, she was ready to enter her first race, a 10-mile fun run.
Sport was really something somebody else did on the television, but from that first event, that really was the one that got us both hooked, because I just was so surprised at people's attitude to me. I'd put off entering it thinking that people would laugh at me because I was that much older, but it was just the opposite. People were very encouraging.
That encouragement and Daphne's dedication meant that she was soon racing on a regular basis. She discovered a latent competitive streak, and at the age of 52, she was ready for her first triathlon. Over the Olympic distances of a 1,500-metre swim, a 40-kilometre cycle and a 10-kilometre run. She was slow, but she finished, and she couldn't wait to do the next one, and the next. Eventually, she moved up to the Ironman distances of a 2.4-mile swim, a 112-mile cycle and a full marathon run, and in 1994 she won the Ironman World Championship for the 50 to 55 age group. Last year, she took the 55 to 60 long-distance triathlon world title in Japan for the second time. Impressive though they are, Daphne's sporting successes are just one side to her story. Not content to rest on her laurels, she spends what little spare time she has in promoting fitness and health in older women, encouraging and educating them about changes in lifestyle after the menopause. Daphne was recently honoured with a Fab After 50 Health Achiever Award.
That's it, that's lovely. Thank you very much.
Good luck.
Everyone who comes into contact with Daphne seems to succumb to her infectious enthusiasm. The most strenuous exercise undertaken by Daphne's hairdresser used to be a little horse riding and a walk to the pub. Now, with Daphne driving him on, he'll soon be running in the London Marathon, and his local hasn't seen him for quite a while.
Well, I really think that over the years she's been a tremendous influence on me. I mean, I have clients who are actually breathless just listening to the stories of what they achieve and what they do, and they're just sitting here having their hair cut, and they remain quite in awe. I think it's fantastic. Tremendous influence. They are, of course, quite insane. You know that, don't you?
Down at the local swimming pool, you can regularly find Daphne and Steve conducting fitness classes. Indeed, their ability to cajole their friends and neighbours into new exercise regimes has earned them the nickname of the Fitness Police.
It's because of her that we do all this training now. I used to do a little bit of swimming before, but only the breaststroke. I couldn't do the front crawl. So thanks to Daphne, you know, we're really into it.
She's fair. Hard, but fair. And, well, kind, yeah, pleasant. But not too soft.
These days, there's not much that's too soft about Daphne Belt. From a 50-year-old who was unhappy with her weight, she has transformed herself into a world-class athlete whose body experts have compared to that of someone in their mid-30s. As you would expect, she has no plans to give up competing quite yet. Her times keep improving, and she has no idea of when she'll reach her peak. Most importantly, she'll continue to cajole and inspire everyone around her and refuse to allow others of her age to accept what many of them consider to be inevitable.
I suppose people will think I'm a little bit odd. That's comparative really, isn't it? You know, what is normal? I see myself more as a pioneer in my field, in that I'm trying to encourage other women of my age to re-look at their fitness and see if they could change it. So I suppose I am a bit of an oddball in that. I don't give two hoots. If people think I'm potty, you know, they're entitled to their opinion, aren't they?